If you need a quick idea for using sari silk, have a look at this. Hello and welcome to the Treasured Page. I'm Melanie and this is our quiet crafting space. And here you'll see I've got a length of sari silk ribbon. And it's all in a bit of a tangle actually, but somewhere here is the end and we will find that. There's one. So just to show you what it is, it's a strip of fabric which has been dyed. And in the dyeing process it's got all crinkled and crunched up, and on this channel before you will have seen me using that strip down the edge. It creates a really interesting ruffled texture, something a bit different, and we can use it to put at the top of a tag. Oh, all sorts, little tiny bits to embellish all sorts of things that you might put in. But what if we want to keep the journal very flat? What if we don't want to have this scrunched up bulk put into the journal? And this is a lovely colour, and it just so happens to be perfect for the journal I'm working on at the moment in the background, which is the Winter Whisper journal. Okay, so for this you're going to need a length of sari silk that is long enough for the size of belly band that you want to tackle. You're going to need a scrap of paper that you're happy with, perhaps in a complementary colour. This one is an avocado dyed paper, it's just a torn off scrap. And then you're going to need a scrap of other paper that all works together, so the colours all need to look nice. So if you've got blue on your top decorative paper, that's what you need. So a scrap of decorative paper, a scrap of plain, some sari silk, glue, scissors, and actually the most important thing here is an iron. You're going to need to iron this flat. So what you would do is you would maybe spritz it with a bit of water and then iron to get all the creases out, so you're left with a flat piece of fabric. And you could start with fabric if you've got the frayed edge fabric. Just want it to be the length of your belly band, like that. So this one's a bit long, I'd have to cut that away. Okay, so this is my iron strip, and what I've done is I've cut it and I've ripped it in half. So believe it or not, that was quite wide, but it was actually this. So this has been ironed and then it's been torn in half. Okay, so now I've ended up with that. So all I'm going to do is construct this like so. I'm putting the decorative strip on top, allowing just a small edge peeping out here all the way around. I'm going to cut those bits off. And for this to work, you're going to need to have a complementary colour on your page that complements the top decorative piece of paper. So if you're working with a kit, then you need to make sure that your papers are of a similar colour, or you're picking out maybe warmer tones within it, so brown, a coffee stain, tea stain, that would be fine because you can see the warmer colours there. And then just have a look and see what this is going to look like by adding in the strips of the ironed sari silk. And I think that's really nice. I think that works, the tones work, and all I'm going to do now is just glue it all together. Okay, just using a scrap piece of paper on the table here and using a strong glue. I'm only using a strong glue because this is thicker paper, it's construction paper. I'm going to just now stick this down. I just want to make sure. And then using the bone folder, smooth it out. I'm not worried about the wibble or the wobble because that's going to get stuck down on the page. Then I can turn it over and then I can work out that I just want a little bit peeping out the edge. I think that looked nicer rather than a great big wide bit, and I also want to be able to use it as a belly band without the fabric getting too caught up. So I'm only really wanting it to peep out that far. So that's where it needs to come, just needs to come in a little bit. So we add some glue. This is 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac, but 3-in-1's fine for this very fine sari silk. And then put that on there like that. And the same again on this side. That's it, and then I'm just going to give a little bit of ink along there, and I've been using the blue. So the blue on the pink is quite interesting. I'm just going to have a go at that, see how that works, and along that top bit as well. I could have inked the top beforehand, but I don't think it needs it. We could just come in a little bit on there. I'll just cut that away so I can understand where I need to have it. I think I'm going to, I won't see the pink at the top on either one of these because it's just too long, and I don't want to either. I only want it down the edges, so that's fine. And then I've just got to work out which bit I want to lose. So I want to lose more off the top or more off the bottom, and because there's less going on the bottom, we're going to lose it from there. And then I'm just adding glue along the top here where I want my belly band to stick. A nice big thick bar of glue actually. And then I'm going to line it up at the top, check that it's centered, that I'm happy, and then that bit is now stuck. Check, I think we're straight, it's looking good. And now I can see where I need to make my cut without it moving. And now I can see exactly where I need to glue along this edge, although I'll probably do it along the top. And down it goes. If you don't feel confident cutting it off, you can put it through the trimmer with the guillotine. And then that is a nice idea there. And then all we do, just to make it match up, if you want to, is use a little bit of the ink. And then that ties in all the edges. This bit's going to be sewn in, so we don't need to go up there really, but we'll just put that up there, and then it just makes it all work. That's it, lovely, lovely. And that is how to do that. Looking great with the fray. We can always pull off a bit more if you want to accentuate that fluffy frayed edge. And then I think probably want a little label down there. I've just found these two little laser cut embellishments, and I think that these are really sweet. I might want to just put one of these on here. These are really fine. I've had these a long time, and it was just one of those lucky finds. There is a laser cut, and you might be lucky enough to get something like this from an eBay seller. I can't remember where these came from, but I think I got them from eBay, an eBay seller. So, and they're quite impossible to glue, so I might do that off camera. Right, I've just used my art glitter glue on this very fine laser cut doily. I'll just push that on. There we go, and then I can see where I need to add a bit more. And now I can trim this away and hopefully be able to use that little bit somewhere else in the journal. Oh, that's really sweet. Okay, so I'll just show you what we've got now. We've just got this as one of the final signatures going into the journal, and that is how we're looking at the moment with this really cool belly band idea. Very quick, very simple, just a iron and another way to use your sari silk. Little bit of lace or embellishment down the bottom would be absolutely perfect to put a sentiment down there, and just, you know, a few sentiments or something for the person who wants to take the journal on, or a label. Or leave it plain, because it's perfectly fine, and all you'd need to do is put a little bit of hidden journaling there. Paper, nice card, something that you want to keep in there. And I think if I bring this up, you might be able to see the stenciling that I've done, this lovely shimmer. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. And that just complements what's on the front of the journal. It's the same stencil, but I've used this moonlight ink. It's Moonlight ink. Beautiful archival ink in Moonlight White. Brilliance. Brilliance pigment ink in Moonlight White.
There you go. I'll show you. You can see the make.
It's a Japanese company, archival brilliance in Moonlight White, and that creates this little shimmer, so it is a shimmery one. And this is the one I use on vellum as well, so that's a nice ink. A nice ink to have. Okay, so there we go, and then I did it on both sheets so you get it further back. A few bits of lace coming in, but I'm just trying to keep it flat, and there we go. So that's the signature. There is a bit of bulk there, you can see, but it all links, and I'm really pleased with that. So there we go, that's that that will be the final signature going into the journal. And so this is the journal all coming together now, and the next thing to do is just bind it all in, and that's going to end up in this lovely journal that started its life as a tissue box, which is now just beautiful. And I also just wanted to take the moment to say a huge thank you to Tamara for all your amazing support, and everybody over on the Ko-fi page, and Nancy G, and also Marie, Kathleen, Judy and Terry. Thank you so much for all your wonderful support, the cups of tea that you have bought me, and the messages that I'm receiving from all of the wonderful subscribers here who have the ability to write in has been absolutely wonderful, totally encouraging, and it is a very busy month for me, January, outside of the treasured page. So I'm working really hard to get back into a nice swing of things and be able to be with you on the YouTube channel as much as I possibly can. So thank you very much for all your support. I am not going anywhere, and I really am working to make the treasured page a full-on focus and we will get back into it very shortly, so bear with me, and I will be with you for some more Marianne North stories and lots of other things coming your way. So thank you for all your continued support and your wonderful messages. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I couldn't do this without you. You really keep me going and motivated with your kindness. So that's, as I said before, we are operating on kindness around here, and I cannot thank you enough for all of your kindness and support that you are showing me. So that is so very special, and it means the world. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope that you found fun and value there. Please do like and subscribe if you thought that that was worth your time, and leave a comment below to let me know what you thought, and I will be back very soon with more stories and more ideas and more junk journaling exploration. So thanks very much for watching, and above everything else, just slow down and make crafting time for you. Bye bye now.